Are you getting bogged down by duckweed? And if so, this video is for you. We're going to be discussing the pros and cons and hopefully changing your mind from absolutely hating it to tolerating it, like I do now. Hi guys, I'm Mali, this is Aquarium Delirium, and in this video we're going to be discussing that duckweed, the pros and cons, and hopefully we're going to be changing your attitude towards it from hating it to at least tolerating it. Stick around, because we all could do with learning a little bit extra about this lemonade. Lemonade, is that correct? Scientific name? Let's look it up. So let's get straight into it. First off the bat, the cons. It blocks your light for the other plants within the tank. Now that may be a good thing and may be a bad thing, but it's very unsightly. So when your water evaporates, it leaves this scum line right around the tank that you feel like you're constantly cleaning. That's your first con. But like I say, that doesn't have to be a con. We can switch it around, turn it into a pro. It actually dapples the light, gives your fish the sense of security that they need within the tank. It acts like a dither fish up above. I just scared them off there. Well, apart from them too. But it acts like a dither fish up above, and it gives the fish that sense of security that they actually need. So there's your first pro. Your next biggest con, it grows really fast. It can double every 2 to 3 days. And if you don't keep on top of your maintenance, it's going to soon get to the state where it overtakes everything and blocks out all the light. But the same as before, there's always a pro. Duckweed is probably pound for pound the best little plant, floating plant that you can have to take out all the added nutrients that you don't want. All your nitrates, well, it'll not take all your nitrates, but it'll make a big dent in your nitrates. It'll also take up ammonia. If there's a little spike in ammonia, it'll take up ammonia as well. It'll take up your nitrate as well. And any other contaminants that may be within your water. Not saying you're going to have other contaminants within your water because it's a contained unit. It's not like it's in a pond and the farmer suddenly went past and tipped a load of manure in. You know what I mean? But it's contained within your tank, and it can maintain them levels perfectly for you. That's a pro. Con. Once you've got it, you've got it. I think someone once said it's like the herpes of the aquarium trade, and he's not wrong. It certainly is. It's so easily spread from tank to tank and from plant to plant. I've probably got mine through buying plants at an auction. That's probably how I've got mine. That's how easy it is. They look clean, they look like it's not going to be any trouble. You stick your plant in, and before you know it, 20 days later, you've got loads. I'll show you inside the angelfish tank, the angelfish fry tank. Now, you know I didn't put any in there, but I'll show you what it looks like now, because it travels so invasively. Is that the word I'm looking for? Invasively? Yes, I think it is. If it's not, put it in the comments. So as you can see in the angelfish fry tank, it's already established itself really strongly. It's got a foothold, and I've got to keep on top of the maintenance now, because there's only one way it's going to go after here. And when you see actually how small the little buds are, you realise how easy it is to transfer from tank to tank. Just do maintenance within the tank. Simple things like netting fish, transferring plants, feeding, cleaning, things like that. Tiny little bits get just stuck on your arm, in one tank, into the next, and before you know it, you've got a green carpet. So I'm trying to find a pro to that last con, and I think the biggest pro to it traveling so easily is the fact it grows so easily. Anyone can grow this, and it's a fantastic way of keeping your tank's balance a little bit better. Because balance goes out of the sorts all the time, but this will help maintain it a lot better. So how do you maintain it? Well, it's as simple as that. You get a comb or something like that. It's best to use a comb if you've got other plants and you want to go around the other plants. And you collect and you store. Why would you store something that's a weed? Well, this little weed, believe it or not, is a superfood. And if you've got omnivore fish that like plants and eating plants, this has a protein of about 20 to 30%. Now, not many plants have got that. So what you need to do is collect it, if you've got them kind of fish, store it, dry it out, blitz it, turn it into fish food for your other fish. Goldfish love it, and a few cichlids love it too. That's how easy it is. Keep on top of it. A word of warning when you do keep on top of it though, if you are trying to get rid of it all, do it in stages. I made a mistake of trying to do it in the tank above. I'll show you. In the tank above. So I got rid of it all. Yeah. And I stuck the surface skim iron to keep on top of all the little bits that you'd never see, the tiny little bits I showed you. And it done a fantastic job, or so it seemed. Then when I done my testing, I realised that because I had got rid of what was taking all the nitrate out, what was taking all the, I'll start that again, should I? So when the duckweed was taking nitrate out, it was also taking out a lot of ammonia before you even got a chance to go down the cycle, and the nitrate before that was going down the cycle to turn into nitrate. It does like to feed on that as well. So what had happened was it went out of balance basically. So when I removed it all, I had a spike in ammonia at 0.25, not really much. But when it's a contained unit, you need to keep on top of that, because 0.25 can escalate. The bigger the tank, the smaller the wave, and the smaller the tank, the higher the peaks. So you've got to be on top of it when you're doing it. But just a word of warning, if you're going to remove it, it's easy to remove. Scoop it out, clean it, add one of them, but you will get ammonia spikes and all of that kind of spikes as your tank tries to find its own balance again without it. So do it in stages if you can. So there's a few different varieties of duckweed. In this tank it tends to be the duckweed you get in ponds within England that dies off every winter and comes back. Probably not cold enough for it to die off within the fish room, but it's a tiny little leaf one, this one, the native one. That's how easy it travels, tiny little leaf. But you can also get another variety. This is the one I've inherited, or should I say contracted, from being a dirty, only joking. But the other type is slightly bigger leafed. I don't know if you can say that yet. Is it picking that up? I don't know. Where am I sticking my finger? But as you can see, that's a slightly bigger leaf one. And that'll stay within your tank. It doesn't die off. It doesn't die off like your normal ones do. But there, you can see. Well, you can actually. I'll zoom in that part. You can see it's actually a bigger leaf to what's all around it. So getting back to using it as a fish food. I actually, when I make me beef pot, dry that out and blitz it in, because if I'm going to add a vegetable to it, I might as well use the highest protein to get the fish to grow as fast as it can. So for that reason, it's a superfood. So get ahead of the game and get on it if you can. I'm not saying that like you've either got duckweed or you haven't been exposed to duckweed yet. Simple as that. But that's just a few pros and cons so far of duckweed. Hopefully, takes a little bit of the burden off you and a bit of the worry, because a lot of people say it and they think, it's ugly, the tank looks horrible, the tank looks ugly. Just try and keep on the maintenance side of it. Try and just give it a third of the water space on the top to populate, and you'll be happy with that. Going forward, don't let it go like that on the bottom, because it soon gets out of hand and blocks off everything. If you can, try and just keep it in a third. If you want to try and get rid of it completely, increase the flow around the top 2 inches of the tank. Hates flow. If you want to get rid of it and keep it away, 2 tanks upstairs tend to not even have much of a problem with it, because the flow on the surface is really fast on both tanks. So that is the reason why. This sort of stuff, while it's an area, when it grows up, it comes across the top, gives pockets where the flow isn't happening, so you get it building up, sort of thing, around there. That's what's happening. No flow off a sponge filter. Have a look. No flow of a sponge filter. That's why you get it thick, going that thick that it actually doubles up and bulges on itself, because it's that invasive, it'll actually outcompete itself. What else can I say about lemonade? Is it lemonade? Lemonade. One of the two. If you have got it, love it. Try to learn to live with it. Stop worrying about it. A lot of people go on this track of unclean, unclean, unclean. You've made a mistake. Get over it. You've bought plants or you've bought fish. You've somehow contracted it and you've brought it in. Learn to love it. Learn to live with it. It's a bit like snails. Everyone's like, snails. It's out of control. Yes, it does look bad. But if you keep it under control, it's fantastic. Helps the ecosystem of your tank immensely. So I think that's probably all I can really say about duckweed. Everything else would be just rambling. And I think I do enough of that already. So without further ado, I'm going to say ta in this one. But if you have liked it, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, tell us what you like about duckweed or what you don't like about duckweed. I should look over there, not over there. That's the red dot for pressing record on, and that's the bit where it's doing the recording. You can see I need to clean my fingernails. Dirty boy. Until next time, ta-ra. Boo!